Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Ben Beps and today I'll be reviewing the language learning app called Beelinguapp. This app allows you to read short stories and other text in your target language, helping you to improve your reading skills and pick up new vocab along the way. As usual, I will have footage of the app playing over here or the other side, I'm not sure, while I talk about the app. So let's get into some pros why this app is better than other apps which do a similar thing. So first of all, it has a glossary to store new vocab. So when you come across a new word when reading a story, simply press add to glossary and it will be stored into your glossary, from which you can then review this vocab using flashcards so you won't forget these words and they'll be in your long-term memory. So it's definitely good for learning new vocabulary when you are reading the stories which are on the app. It allows translation of this vocab as well, and you can read the stories in both your target language and your spoken language, so probably English. This means that you're never confused about what's going on and it's easier to follow along if you are doing a more advanced story for your level. You can still follow along what's going by just reading what it says in English as it reads it to you in, say, it technically fills in the text from being white to orange where it's up to, so tracking along where it's reading. It's got good audio when it is reading out as well, professionally recorded audio. Although if there's different dialects of languages that can get a bit annoying. For example, I can speak Argentine Spanish, so when I'm listening to the stories in the Spanish from Spain, that gets a little bit annoying, but it's just a minor detail. It's got a good variety of stories you can choose from as well, which are divided into different sections. So there's stories about culture, so like about a painting. There are more traditional stories such as The Ugly Duckling. There's also a B Kids section, Beelinguapp Kids, which has children's stories which all have illustrations. So if you have children who are using the app, it's easier for them to follow along with the stories and learn what is going on. You have news articles and traditional songs as well, which are on the app, and you can pick up more vocab from them. And the news articles are updated as more news articles come out in real life. So therefore, you'll never run out of content on this app, and you can constantly be picking up new vocab from them. It has a good choice of languages as well. I think it has like 12 different languages and an option to suggest languages. So obviously it has the main ones like French and Spanish and then a few lesser spoken ones. You can also download these stories, so say you're going out and about, you can carry on going through these stories, rereading them, etc., picking up the vocab, revising them, which is good if you're travelling because you don't know if you'll have Wi-Fi. It has a night mode for premium, so that's something I've said other apps should do in some of my other reviews, just because, particularly for this app, because it's a story one, it's something you might read before going to bed. So say you're in bed and it's not on night mode, that would be straining on your eyes, so it's good that they have a night mode. It's also cheap, so this isn't too bad to get a whole, basically, library inside your phone of stories in your target language which you can practice every night. So a few cons of the app: you can't simply import text like I've seen a couple of other apps do, which are similar to this app. And they should add more ways to review vocab. I always talk about review features in pretty much every review I do of an app. Whenever an app is teaching you new vocab, I think they should always have very detailed, very engaging ways to review the vocab, because if you don't review the vocab effectively, then it's not going to go into your long-term memory, which basically ruins what the app is trying to do for you anyway in teaching you the new vocab, because if you're not going to remember it, then what's the point? I actually found this app to be really effective for getting me to learn new vocab in Spanish and French, because I've used other vocab builders like Drops and Vocab and, you know, the other vocab language learning apps, and although those are effective doing it for a game style, it's also good to read in your target language from time to time as you get a better sense of the structure of sentences and what sounds natural in a language, as well as picking up vocab along the way. Say they're adjectives or some types of words like that, then they may not have so many of them on one of the other gamey focused language learning vocab building apps. So I'd say that's a positive for this app. That's one reason you should choose to go for Beelinguapp over, say, any other game-based vocab building application. It allows you to get a greater range of vocab, not just green, blue, yellow, orange, trampoline, football, whatever, just generic words. So I'm going to rate this app 4.5 stars out of 5. I would have given it 5 had it had more review features, so that's the only thing which is bringing it down from 5 stars. I do recommend this app definitely if you want to improve your reading and immersion in a target language. The link is in the description as always, so go check out Beelinguapp. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, there is an icon up there, just say you did, that would help me out. Like the video if you did, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Hasta luego. Solamente quiere jugar, me dice que la quiere tocar, sé que tú te quieres tocar.